Okay, folks, air layering. You're looking at a root ball that I created after packing in some peat moss and sphagnum moss here and then developing a tree. Let's get started. Okay, guys, here we are. It is early April and I'm going to do a video on air layering. And what that means is that I'm going to be creating or cloning trees from some existing trees that I have here in the backyard. I've done this before and I'm going to start now a series on how to clone trees. Okay, so let's go over the materials needed to do this and how to set this thing up. What we have here is I have some sphagnum moss, some regular just potting soil type of a mix. I'm going to use a little bit of this, and then we have some water in a bucket, and I'm going to show you how you can just use a regular water bottle container, or you can go pick up some of these as well from the dollar store, these little containers. So this makes it easier. Okay, so as you can see, sphagnum moss, we use a lot more than moss. Get it to a nice consistency to where squeeze it out. So we're going to take this mixture, squeeze it out to nice and wet. We want it to be wet, okay, when we put it in. So we're just going to drop that in just like that. And that's about really all we're going to need. Take our lid and we're going to make as you see, we have a little slit cut right there in the middle. Okay, we need to cut that into the middle. Okay, that's one. Okay, so here I am, guys, now after packing in that sphagnum moss with the potting soil, showing you here how we start to do the tree. I've got some rooting soil here and I've just cut into the bark of the tree, into the cadmium layer where it's nice and white. You can see me here now taking the peat moss in this little container that I have and just packing it in nice and tight. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up with some saran wrap, plastic wrap, and then later put some aluminum foil on it. That's a rough cut there. I'm showing you here now where you want to cut down to on the bark. It'll be a very white layer. As you can see, I'm putting on some more potting soil here. Going to take the other container here and put it on and wrap it again as well with some saran wrap. Basically, if you want to keep it nice and moist, and as you can see, you have to work this in to get this on and wrap it up nice and tight. A little awkward, but as you can see, you just have to take your time on it and wrap it up And then of course I'm going to put some aluminum foil on that to keep the moisture in. And actually in a week or two, I will actually go and insert some more water into it to make sure that it's still nice and moist, because over time it will dry out a bit, even though you're wrapping it with the saran wrap and aluminum foil. So as you can see here, a little awkward here, but I'm just showing you roughly here, quickly here, how we get this done. So now I've got them all wrapped, and I'm showing you here, I've got the aluminum foil on, 2 on this tree here to the left. And then as we move over here to the right, I have 3 set up. There's the long one are the water bottles, and the small ones, as you can see here, are the little Tupperware containers that I got from the dollar store. They're all wrapped up nicely. I'm going to pan over here to another tree and walk over and show you. This tree I actually did a couple years ago also, and I planted it to the far right down here just a couple weeks ago. But again, I've wrapped this up with some aluminum foil and a little more tape to help keep the moisture in. I'm walking over here to another tree that's beginning to bloom, and I've got another one wrapped up in aluminum foil here. And then I'm going to pan over and show you another one way over there that I've got wrapped up also in some aluminum foil. Sorry for the blurry, fuzzy look of this, but that's what we have so far. So at the end of the day, once this is all said and done, we're going to end up with a nice root ball here that we clip off, and then we plant in a pot, and we go from there. Okay guys, so there you have it. That is a quick video on how to do air layering. I apologize for some of the quality and shots on this, but I just wanted to show you guys how fast and easy you can do this. We have about 8 root balls set up that we're going to give 6 weeks to grow, and we should have a pretty good 80% success rate out of these 6. And then we're going to take them, we're going to clip them off, get this nice root ball, plant them in a pot, and then let that go for another month before we then replant them around the yard here. This is a fun project. It just takes a couple hours to set up. You probably have all the stuff needed right now to do this. Get yourself some of that little powder compound, that rooting compound that helps get it jump started. And then you just propagate and make your own trees. I have some plants in the house too. I'll probably show you that I've done clippings on, set them in water, give those a few weeks, and then replant those in pots as well. So as you can see, this plant, I did this one and the one next to it about 4 years ago. And as you can see, look at the growth. These poplars grow fast, and you can do this with pretty much any deciduous type of tree, leafy type tree. Okay, so stay tuned for part 2. We're gonna get back on this in 6 weeks and go from there. So I'm looking forward to the next video. So please join me. Thanks again.